When did Schaeffler first enter the humanoid industry? Because I've been studying the humanoid industry, and I have to say, your team did a wonderful presentation for Bank of America. It was absolutely fascinating. I learned a lot of that. It seems that I'd watch a science fiction movie with my daughter, humanoid this, and all suddenly it's become an industry that's on a rocket ship to the moon.
Schaeffler became involved. I think it kind of grew organically by the components and the products and the systems that we're involved with on the industrial and automotive side. So this happened over the last couple of years, but really in the last 15 months, we've dedicated an organization and put a special setup in that organization to get this up and running.
So the organization was set up for the last 15 months. When did an internal team or yourself start to see signals that, wait a second, this could become a pretty big business for us? When did you start to see those signals emerge?
The signals, I believe, have been there for 5 to 8 years that this physical AI would start to become more mature. So we knew that we had to wait, or we knew that there would be a waiting period where there was a lot of development needed to bring that kind of technical maturity that would really enable physical AI. So Schaeffler uses a lot of industrial robots and cobots, and those are getting more advanced by the day as well. And it was just a natural lead into humanoids. So I would say at least 5 years. And there's different parts of our organization that may have been contributing already for prototypes or bearings to these special projects, at least for 5 years, maybe even a little bit longer.
I think this is just an assumption on my part, but I think it's just a matter of time until every major OEM has a humanoid program. Either they build it internally or they acquire it. You mentioned goals. Does weight play a goal with the actuators as it comes to reducing weight? When you're setting your goals, are you looking at the entire humanoid? Obviously, you have the cost structure, you have the weight, you have the dexterity. From a goals perspective, are you looking at all of those things to the parts that go into the humanoid?
Yes, we're looking at all of those, and then you have reliability that you put on there. So if you really lightweight things, which is better for efficiency, it's better for increased payload of the humanoids, you cannot sacrifice reliability. So the parts still have to function over a certain period of time that's expected. So all of that has to be managed.